both of those guys, he and Allen, when they made the decision last year to come back and show up and play in a game like this the way they did?
Oh, I thought it was awesome. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I thought both of them were more of a factor in this game than they were last year for any games. I thought that they had an impact on the game. The other guy that makes plays now is DeAndre Walker. He rolls in with Davin, and he makes a lot of tackles for a loss, and wish he wouldn't grab the guy's face mask, which I guess everybody on the team decided to do once. So frustrating. But, you know, those outside backers work hard. They're good athletes. That's the kind of guys you have to play with in college football now, because these teams are running around these quarterbacks. So you got to have somebody that can get them on the ground.
You had a lot of second and longs for them. Can you talk about how critical that was most of the night?
I think both offenses had a lot of second longs, it seemed like. I mean, you stop teams on 1st and 10, it gives you a chance to win because you're going to bring up 3rd and long. So I think both teams' lack of success on 1st and 10 impacted these 3rd down numbers, which are staggering. 3 of 17 and 4 of 17 for two teams is, you know, it's like Alabama LSU a long time ago. It means nobody can score, nobody can get 1st down. And so that's the way the game was played.
Coach,
Kirby,
do you feel like this is like a program builder type of win? I mean, it's just the feel of it, the fans, the way it came down?
I definitely think for our fan base, it seems that way. For our team, we're 2-0. It's the next game. Yeah, it's Notre Dame. Notre Dame's a great program. I got a lot of respect for them. And they got a good football team, okay? They're better than they were last year. And we're better than we were last year because both teams are better. I can promise you that because I watched a lot of their tape in the offseason. But program builder, you know, I don't know if you have that. I think the biggest thing is focusing on next week. Can we get better? Best thing that happens, our kids came in the locker room and said, hey, we didn't play real good. You know, and sometimes when you don't play good and you win, you don't learn a lesson. All right? So we're going to learn a lesson from this because we've got to play better in the future to go where we want to go. And we've got the people to do it. We just got to execute better.
Kirby, did you see anything? Did you see Dom's comments to us earlier in the week about, you know, kind of pretty confident about, you know, playing defense against them, and what did you think about that?
Yeah, I think Dom will be the first to tell you that he really kind of misspoke. He didn't handle that the right way. It's not what we do. We don't talk about the team in the media. We don't do that. We don't give ammunition to them. I told Brian Kelly that. It's not indicative of Georgia or our program. And I talked to Dom about it. Dom understands. He knows how we do things. And he played his butt off today because I told him he had to if he's going to say all that. And those kids played hard, but that's not who we are. That's not what we are.
What about the offensive line overall, Coach?
You know, I don't know. I have to watch the tape to see. I thought Solly came in there and gave us some movement. I don't know how much he played versus the other guy, but I saw when he was in there, he had a couple good movement plays. I thought they moved some up front and gave us some problems. They fired some corners. At times, we're hot and cold. We get hot running the ball, and we look like gangbusters. And at times, we can't do anything. So we've got to improve in that area, and we've got to have a quarterback that will throw it to make people a little bit scared of it.
The defense was able to limit Notre Dame from, you know, getting in the end zone and finishing out drives and touchdowns. How good was that for you to see, you know, considering the red zone struggle with the defense from Georgia?
You know, I thought it was great. I mean, we worked hard on that. I didn't feel like they were down in the red zone. I felt like it was outside the 20 most of the time, but I know it kind of was the same thing. Holding them to field goals was the difference in the game. It gave us a chance to win with a field goal. But, you know, we worked hard on that area. We got to continue to improve on it. And I thought the kids just fought hard. Even when they scored the touchdown, I mean, our guys were saying, you know, they're not in till they're in, and we're going to make them earn it.
Does being able to overcome the early penalties that took away big plays, does that show maturity and growth in this team?
I think it shows progress in the right direction, but we got to remove the penalties. I mean, it's frustrating to have a kickoff return and the holding, and I mean, it was a high penalty game, really both teams, but especially ours. And some of them, I call them unforced penalties. They're not all discipline. You know, hands to the face sometimes is not discipline. Face mask is not discipline. I don't know if it's a trend, but they had that called 4 times in their game last week. So maybe their offensive line face mask got magnets in them. I don't know. We keep grabbing them.
What about your DBs? It seemed like there were a couple balls that could have fixed it.
Oh, I felt like we dropped, 2 or 3 picks. I feel like, you know, Baker the quarterback made a bonehead play and threw an out route into a trap corner, which he should never do. And Baker could have picked sick that. You know, JR had the tip that kind of pinged around. But I'll tell you what now, they got some wideouts to play. And I thought that our corners really held up well. I thought that was the key to the game. I mean, I thought that if we could not give up the big play, we'd be able to stop the run. And they took some shots early. I mean, they hit us on an over route. They did a good job scheme-wise to hit us. But the kids never, I mean, they never kind of faded. They just kept playing.
Kirby, is DeAndre Walker Graham, is any helping the run zone?
Yeah, as far as rest, yeah, they are, but nobody goes for Lorenzo. Lorenzo plays a different position. So what happens is Walter, DeAndre, and Dab play the same one. Zoe's over there on Zoe Island, and he doesn't get that many subs because we just don't have another guy quite like him. And it's really AD's old position. And with Malcolm out, we've had to make changes and adjustments. And I've never had to play defense this way. I've always had 5 defensive backs. We're playing against teams that we should be a nickel in with 4 defensive backs. So give Coach Tucker and the defensive staff a lot of credit because they've improvised and got the best players on the field, which is what coaches' jobs do.
Last question, please.
What about that touchdown catch by Terry?
Wow. I mean, what a great play. First thing that went through my mind was A.J. Green. I know A.J. Green's is probably a little tougher than the one he made one-handed in the air, but I actually thought about that. And T-Set, my team chaplain, gave a talk today, and he was actually talked about big games and on the road, non-conference, and he talked about that catch. And Terry to catch that ball is pretty amazing. But it should have never been, because we should have caught the other ball. So that's the thing we got to work on. I do want to leave with this, guys. This atmosphere tonight was incredible. I thought for college football, you think about our players and our fan base. This will be a game they talk about for a long time, a special trip for our players to end it the right way and for our fan base to come out. I want to say thanks to the fans because they were really behind us and backed us, and I thought it was a big momentum swing in the game. Thanks, and go Dogs.